beat Larry Holmes. I think that Mike Tyson is the best heavyweight of all time. I don't think anybody him.
Joe Rogan recently sounded a serious warning for Jake Paul, advising him to reconsider his upcoming fight with boxing legend Mike Tyson. Rogan didn't hold back, stressing that Jake, despite his recent wins, isn't ready to face a powerhouse like Tyson. Rogan's been a long-time follower of combat sports, and he knows the risks here. While Jake has proven himself in the ring, Tyson is in a completely different league. This isn't just another influencer or retired MMA fighter stepping into the boxing world. Tyson is a beast, even in his 50s, with power that Rogan insists Jake isn't prepared to handle. Rogan believes Jake's skills aren't yet at the level to take on someone of Tyson's caliber, and fears the bout could go badly for the young fighter. He's seen firsthand how Tyson's sheer force can change a career in just one punch. In Rogan's view, Jake's better off stepping away from this matchup before risking a serious setback. His advice is clear. No matter how confident Jake may feel, he's not ready for the force of Iron Mike. Facing Tyson could easily end with Jake's career taking a hit. One Rogan thinks isn't worth the risk.
Shut the up. I don't give a dude. Look at this. Look at this. He's fighting a professional. Fought Jake Paul. Jake Paul's dead. He's dead. He's not going to make it.
Jake Paul and Mike Tyson are set to face off on November 15, 2024, in one of the year's most anticipated boxing matches. This showdown at AT&T Arena in Arlington, Texas, has sparked massive hype, with tickets selling out in minutes and fans everywhere debating if Jake can stand up to a heavyweight legend like Tyson. From boxing purists to casual fans, everyone's buzzing about this clash. Social media is exploding with predictions, excitement, and heated discussions on whether Jake has what it takes to go toe-to-toe with Tyson, one of the sport's most iconic fighters. The countdown is on, and the sports world can't wait. While the hype around Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson is sky high, Joe Rogan is raising serious concerns, urging Jake to rethink this matchup. Rogan isn't one to throw around empty warnings. He genuinely believes that Jake is taking a massive gamble, and he's not sugarcoating his opinion. This fight could be a defining moment for Jake's career. If he manages to go the distance with Tyson, let alone win, his reputation in the boxing world will soar. But if he takes a hard loss, it could cast serious doubts on his legitimacy as a boxer. Rogan has been vocal about Jake's progress in boxing, giving him credit for his dedication, especially considering the impressive wins over former UFC fighters and seasoned athletes. But he's quick to emphasize the enormous difference between taking down ex-MMA fighters and standing toe-to-toe with one of boxing's most feared heavyweights. Rogan's skepticism isn't personal. He just doesn't believe Jake has reached the level required to take on a powerhouse like Tyson. In Rogan's eyes, Jake hasn't fully earned the stripes to face someone with Tyson's legendary status, and he worries the risk may far outweigh the reward. According to Rogan, Tyson, despite being in his 50s, still packs the knockout power that's haunted the sport for decades. Rogan has seen Tyson's highlights and knows firsthand the impact of his punches, which could end a fight instantly. This isn't a fight where Jake can rely on wearing down his opponent. Tyson's skill, honed over decades, and his famous power could make it nearly impossible for Jake to withstand an onslaught. Rogan's message is clear. Jake may not be ready for this level of intensity, and this isn't the fight to experiment with. Rogan has seen fighters with far more experience than Jake crumble under Tyson's fists, and he doubts that Jake's skills are developed enough to either win or survive the fight without risking a major career setback. Rogan's concerns aren't just about the outcome of the match, they're about the long-term consequences for Jake's boxing trajectory. He's urging Jake to seriously consider whether this fight is worth risking it all.
There's the time when he's talking about walking into the ring, that as he steps in the ring, like all the nervousness, all the things he's going through, says, and that as his confidence builds, as he gets towards the ring and he steps through the ropes, I'm a god. When he says that, I'm like, holy shit.
As closer I get to the ring, I'm more confident. Once I'm in the ring, I'm a god. No one could beat me.
but you could see it in Tyson's face when he's staring him down. There's this crazy, he's following him everywhere he goes, like a predator, dude. It's like a predator who can't wait to get the green light to let the genie out of the bottle.
I walk around the ring, but I never take my eyes off my opponent. I keep my eyes on him, even if he's ready and pumping. He can't wait to get his hands on me as well. I keep my eyes on him, I keep my eyes on him, I keep my eyes on him. Then once I see a chink in his arm, boom, one of his eyes may move, and then I know I have.
Let's be real. Joe Rogan is a major voice in combat sports, whether it's UFC or boxing. When Rogan speaks, people listen. He spent decades in the fight world and isn't known for holding back. So when Rogan goes on his podcast urging Jake Paul to rethink fighting Mike Tyson, fans and fighters alike pay attention. This isn't about hating on Jake, it's about genuinely looking out for him. Rogan made it clear that, in his view, Jake is preparing for his own funeral if he steps into the ring with Tyson. That's how serious Rogan's concern is. Rogan respects Jake's hustle, acknowledging the hard work he's put into boxing. But he's also seen what happens when fighters underestimate their opponents. Rogan's worried Jake may be doing just that and warns that one wrong punch from Tyson could do serious damage, not only to Jake's career, but also to his health. It's not just this one fight Rogan's concerned about. He's thinking of Jake's long-term future in boxing. Right now, Jake has built his brand as the underdog who defies the odds. But if he takes a loss that's too brutal, it could deal a massive blow to his career and reputation. Rogan understands that a loss is one thing, but getting completely taken down by Tyson could make it hard for Jake to regain respect in the boxing world. For Rogan, this fight is more than just a match. It's a potential career-altering moment for Jake, and he's urging him to think twice. Being demolished by a boxing legend like Mike Tyson isn't something Jake Paul can just shake off. Boxing isn't like other sports where a bad game is just a setback. One rough fight can leave lasting physical and mental scars. Joe Rogan has seen it happen countless times, which is why he's urging Jake to seriously consider if he's truly prepared for this challenge. Rogan doesn't want to see Jake's promising career cut short by a fight he believes Jake isn't ready for. For Jake, this fight with Tyson is the ultimate test, with his credibility, future in boxing, and even his health all on the line. While Jake thrives on proving his doubters wrong, Rogan's advice isn't rooted in doubt, but in experience. Rogan understands boxing isn't a game, and taking on a force like Tyson brings a whole new level of risk. It's wild to think that Jake, after everything he's built, could put it all on the line for one fight. Jake didn't just stumble into boxing. He wasn't raised in a boxing family or molded as a fighter from a young age. He started as a YouTube sensation and then flipped the script, working hard to become an athlete. His journey from internet star to boxer is unexpected and impressive. His first fight in 2018 against fellow YouTuber Deji wasn't polished, but it got people talking and sparked Jake's passion. From there, he faced NBA star Nate Robinson, and each fight became tougher as he steadily moved from social media to center stage in boxing. In 2020, Jake Paul delivered one of the most memorable knockouts against NBA star Nate Robinson, a moment that went viral and put Jake on the boxing map. People started taking notice, though many still saw him as a YouTuber dabbling in boxing. But Jake wasn't just playing around, and he proved it in 2021 when he took on former MMA champ Ben Askren. Many believed this would be Jake's first real test, yet Jake stunned everyone by knocking Askren out in the first round. This win was a big moment for him, but skeptics argued he still hadn't faced a real boxer. That question got answered when Jake went up against Tommy Fury in 2023, his first time fighting someone with deep roots in the sport. Tommy, the younger brother of heavyweight champion Tyson Fury, brought skill and experience. Although Tommy isn't Tyson and hasn't reached elite status, he outboxed Jake in a split decision, giving Jake his first official loss. Jake handled the defeat well, but it showed he's not yet ready to go toe-to-toe with high-level boxers. If Tommy Fury proved a difficult opponent, Mike Tyson is an entirely different challenge. This is exactly why Joe Rogan is urging Jake to reconsider. The gap between Jake and Tyson is enormous, and while Jake has improved, Tyson's power, experience, and legacy make this fight incredibly risky. Rogan sees that the matchup isn't just unfair, it's dangerously unmatched. While Tommy Fury may have more technical skill than Jake Paul, he's still nowhere near the level of Mike Tyson. Even at 58, Tyson remains a force with knockout power that has ended careers. Joe Rogan has been blunt. Jake taking on Mike is like sending a lamb to the slaughter. Tyson's boxing IQ, power, and experience are on a level Jake has never encountered and may never be prepared for. Now, Rogan isn't just a fan of boxing. He's one of the biggest Mike Tyson fans out there. If there were a Mike Tyson fan club, Rogan would be its president. He's followed Tyson's career for decades and deeply respects his legacy, which is why he's doubly frustrated by this matchup. It's not only that Rogan believes Jake isn't ready, he also thinks Tyson deserves a better fight. Rogan doesn't want to see a legend like Tyson stepping into the ring with someone who isn't at his level, even if it's for the payday or the hype. Rogan's concern isn't just about Jake's safety, it's about Tyson's legacy. He fears this fight could be a cash grab spectacle that tarnishes the reputation of a fighter he's idolized for years. To Rogan, Tyson has nothing left to prove, while Jake is still building his credibility. This fight, Rogan argues, is simply too much, too soon for Jake, and a distraction for a legend like Tyson.
When I was talking about this Mike Tyson thing, I was like, man, they should not be letting this thing happen.
You know, I think he's like any other young up-and-coming boxer. It's just everybody dismisses him because he's a YouTuber. I'll just be real bummed out to see Mike get KO'd at 58 years old.
60, basically.
Like, what other sport would we let a 58-year-old man compete other than golf? But he's made for it, man. Like, he's made
Mike
for it.
is?
Dude, he's perfectly capable of knocking him out.
He is perfectly capable.
And it's also risk versus reward. Like, if
Right.
he loses, he's also almost 60. If he wins, fuck. Imagine he
Little-
knocks him
another
out.
layer
It's
on
like,
the
yo,
seat.
At the end of the day, Mike Tyson's a monster. To watch a 58-year-old Mike,
It
that
would
would
be
be best
wild.
case scenario for the world.
I agree.
So, Joe Rogan isn't just looking out for Jake Paul, he's looking out for Mike Tyson too. As a fan of the sport, Rogan doesn't want to see this fight go down, believing it could harm both fighters' legacies. But we'll have to wait and see how it all unfolds. That's all for today, fight fans. What do you think about Joe Rogan's warning for Jake? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more boxing updates. See you in the next video.